How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be talking all about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West because, you guys, so much has been happening with these two the past couple of days, and we must discuss. So first up, Kanye West's full Hollywood Unlocked interview finally dropped, and while Jason Lee did let a lot of the tea spill during the promos, we did still get some new information, like the fact that Kanye revealed that Ray J says there's a second sex tape of him and Kim. Kim and her team is saying that no second tape exists. It's an entire situation, and we've got to break it down. Then, in addition to that, we also now know how Kim is reacting to everything Kanye West had to say during his interview. Spoiler alert, it's not good. Actually, we have this new report from Hollywood Life where a source shared that Kim and Kanye aren't even on speaking terms after that interview. But I will say it sounds like that's okay because Kanye West is absolutely on speaking terms with his new girlfriend, Julia Fox. And in fact, you guys, this week on her Instagram story, she revealed their new couple nickname. Yep, she went with the creative Julia, and if you're thinking to yourself, that sounds a lot like Kim Ye, don't worry, you're not alone. The internet is absolutely with you, and they made sure to let Julia know it. All right, you guys, we have so much to get into here, so let's not waste any more time and get straight to unwrapping these Kim and Kanye facts. All right, so as you all already know by now, Kanye West recently sat down with Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, and while we already got some major tea from the promos for this interview, now the full interview is finally out. Now, some of the biggest bombshells that we already knew, again, from these clips that were released prior to the full interview is number one, remember Kanye's claim that he is no longer allowed inside Kim Kardashian's house. Remember, he told this story about how he went to go pick up the kids for school. He was stopped at the gate by Kim's security. He was told he was not allowed to go inside because he claims that Pete Davidson was inside the house. Again, remember, this is a claim that Kim Kardashian has already denied. Sources close to Kim have already said Pete Davidson has never been inside Kim Kardashian's house, but still, I'm going to continue with Kanye's version of the story. He says again he wasn't allowed to go inside, but eventually security did let him take the kids to school, and then when he brought the kids back home, North wanted him to come inside so she could show him something, and this is when he had to break the news to North that he was not allowed inside, which he said this upset him because this was never previously discussed. This is also where Kanye claimed that he called his two cousins to speak to Kim Kardashian on a woman-to-woman level. There were two things that Kanye West wanted conveyed to Kim Kardashian. Number one is that Kim's security will never come between him and his kids, and number two, he did not want North on TikTok. Kanye said he did not approve of North being on TikTok, saying, quote, "It was done without me knowing and it happened again. So I feel like it's poking the bear, trying to antagonize me and create this crazy narrative." Okay, now that brings us to the new bombshells that we learned now that the full interview is out. And the first one I want to talk about is the fact that Kanye claims that there is a second sex tape of Kim Kardashian and Ray J. So during the interview, Kanye West alluded to this alleged second sex tape. Apparently Ray J's manager was really the one who I guess was threatening that they had this material and that they were threatening to release it. But anyway, Kanye went on to claim that he flew on a plane, a red-eye to be exact, to get the laptop that Ray J had the alleged footage on. Then he flew back to New York to give it to Kim the morning of her SNL appearance. This is also why during the interview, Kanye made a comment about being upset that Kim Kardashian invited him to SNL just to kiss her new boyfriend in front of him, although several people have said Kanye West left after the monologue, but still, this is why he was so upset about that, because he clearly went out of his way to fly back, get this laptop with the alleged second sex tape on it, and bring it to Kim Kardashian almost as a gift. Anyway, Kanye claimed that when he handed the laptop to Kim Kardashian that she started crying, and in regards to the footage, Kanye West claims that the footage, quote, "represents how much people didn't love her and how they just saw her as a commodity." Now, meanwhile, Kim's people have since released a statement since Kanye's claims, and they're saying that there is no alleged second sex tape. In fact, a representative for Kim Kardashian told People magazine, quote, "After review, there was nothing sexual unseen, only footage on the plane on the way to Mexico and footage at a club and restaurant on the same trip. Kim remains firm in her belief that there is no new second sex tape that exists. After 20 years, she truly wishes to move on from this chapter with focus instead on the positive things she continues to do as a mother, entrepreneur, and advocate for justice reform." Okay, moving on to the next bombshell that Kanye West dropped when he talked about his dynamic with Kim. In regards to this, Kanye West said, quote, "No human being is immune to their surroundings. There's a lot of people around Kim that can influence her. You know, she's making certain decisions. She's just looking for safety and a safe place to be." During this part of the interview, Kanye also discussed Kim's involvement with politics, and ultimately said that women just want, quote, "security and comfort," and he added that Kim would, quote, "ultimately like her husband to play the role of what's happening in Hollywood already," but that's not the case. Now, when Jason Lee then went on to ask Kanye West if he felt he was used in his marriage to Kim Kardashian, Kanye West said, quote, "Maybe so, but I'm sitting here in a Balenciaga jacket on right now, so it's okay." And honestly, that that was probably one of my favorite answers during this entire interview, because Kanye West just took that question that was absolutely trying to bait him and flip it around and be like, you know what? I'm sitting here in my Balenciaga and I am a-okay. I don't know, I just absolutely loved it. That brings us to our next bombshell, you guys. When Kanye discussed his children, he really discussed his relationship with his kids a lot during this interview. First, he talked about buying the house across the street from Kim. He claims that was, quote, flipped into that there was something wrong with me getting a house next to my kids. So he was not pleased with the media coverage that surrounded him buying that house across the street from Kim Kardashian. He thought that they were trying to push a narrative. Kanye added that there is nothing, no career, media, nothing that will ever keep him from his children. Then he went on to discuss him and Kim Kardashian's dynamic moving forward, and although they are not together, he said that's not going to stop him from being the best dad he can be. And his quote here is pretty savage. He said, quote, they can go on SNL and make jokes. They can make jokes in the media. They can plant stories about whoever I'm dating. They can block deals or do whatever the type of stuff. But I'm going to tell you straight up, don't play with my kids. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we now know that Kim Kardashian's reaction to everything that Kanye West had to say during this interview is not positive. She is not happy about it. In this new report from Hollywood Life, a source said that Kim, quote, isn't on speaking terms with Kanye. They reportedly are only speaking through nannies and bodyguards. However, this hasn't stopped her from taking, quote, the high road. This insider went on to say, quote, sure, she would love to not have to deal with it, but this is the life she's in, and she just has to salvage it any way she can towards a positive outcome. It is a lot of work, but that is the way she's going to deal with Kanye moving forward. This source went on to say that Kim wants to move forward with her own life and wishes Kanye could keep their relationship out of the public eye whenever possible. And then this insider continued saying, quote, Kim is happy Kanye started dating Julia, and she hopes he's happy moving forward with his own life too. She's fine with Kanye living across the street, but she just needs him to understand that there's boundaries which she's not willing to let him cross. Now, speaking of Julia, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, she seems very happy to take over Kim's role as Kanye's leading lady. In fact, over on her Instagram stories recently, she was showing off all of her and Kanye's matching looks from Paris Fashion Week, which, oh my gosh, I don't even have any words about those, you guys. The eye makeup, just, no, absolutely not. Anyway, while Julia was showing off all of these pictures, she went ahead and gave her and Kanye West a new couple nickname, and that couple nickname is Julia. And if you're thinking to yourself, wow, that sounds a lot like Kim Ye, trust me, the internet absolutely let Julia know it, and they have been dragging her for it ever since. You guys, I just can't with this girl. I don't know what it is. There is just something about her that bugs me, but obviously I have more thoughts about that and everything Kanye had to say during his interview and Kim's reaction. So let's not waste any more time, make this pop-off official, and we definitely need to shambong today. Oh, that was a really lame pop. I got a new stopper and that was just anticlimactic. All right, you guys, so first up, let's talk about Kanye West and that interview. Personally, I feel like probably one of the biggest things that he talked about that really pissed Kim off was him saying that there is allegedly a second sex tape. Now, I think this probably really pissed Kim off because up until this point, she has been able to keep this quiet. Again, this was happening right before Kim Kardashian's SNL appearance, and somehow her, Mama Kris, Kanye, they were all able to keep this alleged second sex tape quiet. They were able to keep it totally under wraps. I mean, the fact that Kanye literally flew on a red eye to get the entire laptop that allegedly had this footage on it and bring it to Kim and basically present it to her like a gift, and that it brought her to tears, which I do actually believe. The fact that they were able to keep all of that under wraps until Kanye sat up in that chair and revealed it, like, of course, that of all things is absolutely gonna make Kim Kardashian super upset. I honestly think she probably views that as a really big betrayal because clearly the sex tape is still a very sensitive subject for Miss Kim Kardashian. And while I get that, at the end of the day, Kim Kardashian, no matter what else she does, no matter how big of an empire she builds, no matter how great of a mom she is, no matter what she does for justice reform and prison reform in this country, at the end of the day, there is always going to be someone out there who is going to remember Kim Kardashian for only being famous because of the sex tape. And I know that sucks, and I know that Kim Kardashian is over that time in her life and she wants to only focus on the positives, but still, at the end of it all, she has the life she has today and she has the platform she has today all because of a sex tape with Ray J. So she can try to leave it in the past and move on all she wants. People are still always going to bring this up, whether it's Kanye West or somebody else. And again, I know it sucks, but that's also kind of the price Kim Kardashian might have to pay for the life that she has now. Now, other than Kanye West bringing up that second alleged sex tape, I feel like the other part of his interview that probably really irritated Kim is when Kanye subtly accused her and her family of planning planting stories about him and his girlfriend, trying to cancel deals that he has. Like, that's all pretty wild, and those are pretty heavy accusations, and I feel like Kanye is making those accusations based on things he probably saw when he was inside the Kardashian gates. So to me, that was pretty wild, but also I feel like that's not totally out of the ordinary for Kanye. And you know, I said this when the first part of the interview was released, or when promos for this interview were being released. I think the one big takeaway from this interview, and I feel like the one thing that really Kanye wanted people to take away from this interview, is the fact that his kids are absolutely his life. And deep down, I think that Kim Kardashian knows that as well. Sure, they aren't on speaking terms, they're not personally speaking, but the fact that the source made sure to mention that their nannies are still communicating and their security guards are still communicating, that tells me that at the end of the day, no matter what drama is going on between Kim and Kanye personally, they will always prioritize their kids, and that's how it should be. Now, as far as Julia, you guys, I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Julia. I'm not a fan of her makeup. I'm not a fan of the fact that all of a sudden she is wearing all of these clothes that Kanye picked out for her. Again, if you guys remember, in one of the first videos where I talked about their relationship, I made a comment that Kanye wants somebody who he can easily mold, and I am just mind-boggled at how on par I was with that, because look at Julia Fox before she started dating Kanye, and now, I mean, holy moly, this guy has completely did a 180 on what she wears in public. And I don't know what it is. I feel bad that I don't like her, but there is just something about her, you guys, that rubs me the wrong way. I can't describe it. I can't put my finger on it. It's just something in my gut that tells me something with this girl is off. And I know during a recent podcast episode, she said that, you know, she is not dating Kanye for clout or money because, you know, all of her ex-boyfriends are billionaires. But I'm sorry, you cannot tell me that Julia Fox is not loving the attention that she's getting right now. And to me, the fact that she posted that nickname on her Instagram story really says it all. You don't post something like that unless you're trying to stir the pot and get attention. So I just feel like the whole Julia thing and Julia Fox, I don't know, you guys, I can't wait for this little fling to be over. I don't know, just my own thoughts, but you guys, like I've said before, I feel like the drama with Kim and Kanye is nowhere near ending, and I still feel like we have a lot ahead. So whenever anything happens, you know, I'll be sitting right here to tell you about it. But in the meantime, I want to hear all of your thoughts on the latest going down with Kim and Kanye. Let it out down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, and of course, don't forget to keep coming back here to check out my YouTube shorts. You guys can also find all of my merch at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time.